Good day, everyone, and welcome to Adventures with Parker, and welcome to the final part of our CoasterCon adventures. To recap, we just spent the last 6 days enjoying all of the Northern California parks, like California's Great America, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, and Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. During that time, not only did we get to enjoy all of the awesome rides and attractions that those parks have to offer, but we also got to enjoy a bunch of exclusive perks that were only available to CoasterCon attendees. From behind-the-scenes tours and midway competitions to rubber ducky regattas and special presentations, the ACE team really goes above and beyond in working with these parks to ensure that they can deliver the best event possible. Of course, this was my first time experiencing CoasterCon. I've done all of the Canadian events like Roller Coasters A and the one year where we did Niagara Falls and last year when we went to Nebs, but this was my first time doing CoasterCon proper. And overall, it was just such an amazing and fun and just incredible experience. I mean, I loved enjoying these parks on their own, but all of these extra perks were just so amazing, and I'm really grateful that I was able to attend. Of course, with an event of this magnitude, you need to send it off in style, which is why the final event of CoasterCon is always the annual ACE Banquet. For CoasterCon 46, this was held at the Cocoanut Grove at Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Here, we all got to dress up and enjoy one final meal together. But it wasn't just about the food. This was truly a celebration of CoasterCon and a celebration of ACE as a whole. We were treated to a bunch of different presentations throughout the night. Hearing the results of the photo and video contest, we got to hear a speech from the ACE President Elizabeth Ringas. We got to hear a special keynote lecture from Great Coasters International. There was a silent auction, there was a live auction. There were just so many different components of the night. And of course, I was enjoying it to the fullest, so I didn't film every single thing that we did, but I was able to capture a good chunk of it. So without any further ado, let the ACE Banquet adventures begin.
In Vertigo in Kings Island, John Chen. Unfortunately, John is not here. He talked to Dave early. We tried sitting, went up without him realizing anything. Saying, come around 8:30, you can pick up your photos. Pretty close, but no wheel. And now for second place, 119 points. Number 63, yeah, Monster and Ohlone, John Chen. Oh, John, oh well. Makes it easier on me. And last but not least, first place, 129 points, number 57, Thunderhead and that's it. No one's here. And that's it then, I'm all done.
As you know, we have two categories for the video contest, short form and our standard entry. So let me start with the short form. And second place goes to Name That Coaster by Derek Perry. Woo! And first place goes to Luke Fillion. 59-second documentary. Can we roll it? For the video contest standard. Second place, again, Derek Perry for Get to the Point. And in first place, it's Mr. Luke Philly.
So that's what we did. I started doing these types of illustrations. I did a lot of them for them. And then they took on kind of a midway view. Everything's exaggerated, of course, but you know, the idea was to just get somebody roused up about a wooden roller coaster. So in 1991, we went to the trade show, and we were very fortunate. The Clark family from Dutch Wonderland was looking for a little family ride, and we were able to score the contract for it. Little Sky Princess it was then, now it's Kingdom Coaster and sports that beautiful purple paint job, purple and blue. But it's a small, diminutive size, 55 foot, and it did well. Shortly after this ride opened, though, Curtis Summers passed away. And I knew there's other designers out there looking for a job now. So we got another job for opening in 93, The Outlaw. And Denise kind of let me do whatever I wanted on this ride. I told her I want to try this drop, and I hope you guys can see it. Even though the Outlaw is only 6 to 7 feet tall, through studying shapes and iterating in on the proper stuff, I was able to basically get that first curling drop that's shown on the Riverside, or the Crystal Beach Cyclone. So I was very proud of that. They increased attendance by over 10% that year. So they were happy. In fact, they bought a B&M 2 years later. That's how good things were going for Hershey Park. You know, B&M is a very expensive ride. I don't know if you guys are aware, but a wood coaster is usually about half of what a steel coaster costs by the time the steel coaster is fully installed. So that was a great success. Oh, by the way, the engineer that worked with me, one of them was my friend Jonathan Frank, sitting right here in the front. And he did something incredible for us as a design office right at the very beginning. He created a list program. This is Six Flags Vallejo, and the Roar Out There. Now, a lot of you might, if you rode both, you might think they were both the same, but they weren't. This ride was actually a little more aggressive. I dropped hill heights and stuff to make it a little better ride for everybody. But we also had the distinct pleasure of putting our first cars on it. Gary Story was willing, he wanted something different. And he says, if you can do more with these down the road, let's do it. And we did it. So that's the first set of our Millennium Flyers.
Current bid is 300, do I hear 325?
All right, we just got back from the ACE Banquet, and Burke, what do you have there?
I won the... Do that again.
Burke, what do you have in your hands there?
Oh my god, it's a Vekoma wheel that used to be at Knott's Berry Farm. It's a Vekoma boomerang that used to be here, and I'm pretty sure that this is the wheel that takes you up when you're going frontwards before you go down, because I don't think this is the wheels on the train, because this is way bigger than those ones.
And
I'm
what's
pretty sure
going
it's
through your
the
head?
problem.
Are you in shock?
I'm stunned. Because
Yeah.
I've been riding flight. Obviously not run Knott's boomerang, but I've been riding flight deck in the back since I was grade 5. And
I mean, a Vekoma
fan
wheel
ever
is
since.
perfect for you, yeah.
And I'm a big Vekoma fan, so I'm speechless right now.
I bet. All right, and that is going to do it for the ACE Banquet at Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, and that's a wrap on the CoasterCon portion of my California adventures. I've gushed quite a bit in the intro, so I'm not going to repeat how awesome CoasterCon was, even though it was really freaking awesome. But I will say that even though the CoasterCon portion of the trip has come to an end, the California adventures have just begun. Coming up, Amanda, Cody, Quentin, Burke, and I enjoy more awesome Californian parks. In the next episode, we're going to be hitting up Gilroy Gardens. Then after that, we're we're going to be flying down to SoCal to experience all of the LA parks, like Six Flags Magic Mountain, Universal Hollywood, Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland, and more. If you don't want to miss that, or any of my other future adventures, be sure to become a subscriber. And while you're at it, hit the notification icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. You can also find me on social media. I'm at ADVParker on Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky, and at Adventures with Parker on TikTok and Facebook. As always, big shout out to my Patreon members, Javan, Chris, and Dominic. I appreciate you guys so much. And not only them, because I have a few free Patreon members as well. You don't get all of the perks that the paid tiers do, but I really appreciate those people as well. So I needed to make sure they got the credit where credit's due. But if you're interested in joining Patreon as a paid or a free member, it's just this awesome way where you can support the channel in exchange for some cool perks and bonus content. You can head on over to patreon.com/ADVParker to learn more. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on these CoasterCon adventures. And until next time, the adventures are calling. Bye!